Greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to another exciting episode of Super Mario 64 DS. We're gonna continue playing through, what the hell is this level called? Jolly Roger Bay, as the broken Luigi, who is the best character in the game. And one thing that I always found interesting is that the musical track that plays in this level is called Dire Dire Docks, like officially. That's what everybody calls it. But the irony of it is that this is Course 3, Jolly Roger Bay, and it plays here first. If we don't unlock Dire Dire Docks, that's the 9th stage in the order. So I don't know why this song isn't called Jolly Roger Bay instead, because that's really what it should be called. Maybe originally Dire Dire Docks was going to come earlier in the game or something, but I don't know. I haven't seen any. I don't know, I'm sure somebody knows the surefire answer to that. But I don't happen to know that answer myself, so yeah, if you know for sure if Dire Dire Docks was supposed to come earlier, please let me know in the comments below. So, as always, there's an order to open these chests, and I know what it is because I did a practice playthrough, so take that, Alonzo and Ethan. Those two would always make fun of me for doing practice playthroughs, but it makes a huge difference, trust me. I'm blowing through this first tier of the game in like 2 hours, because I already know, like, the best order to unlock people and stuff. I don't know, it's like I said, some people might find it annoying that they throw the other characters into the mix and you have to unlock them, and that how that impacts grabbing certain stars, but it's like I said, you can plan a route to get them all in relatively quick succession. I think that's the cannon one we gotta get. So, once again, Luigi's broken backflip to the rescue. Who has to swim over that way when I could just backflip over, grab the ledge, and then we're all done? So let's go talk to this red bomb that'll open up the cannon, and then we could shoot ourselves to that star. And who needs to swim when you have a backflip to a platform like this? Let's try to do a little reference to Brother Clive there, but I don't know. Have the Spyro remastered devs, reignited devs, posted a picture of Brother Clive specifically yet? Because I don't know. I remember my brother getting really offended that they changed his character design and his voice actor. I don't know. That is kind of weird that they felt the need to change that, because I thought that Brother Clive was hilarious the way he was. Who needs a key when you know how to chant like this? But I digress. You know, I bet I'd be interested in knowing that whether Luigi could do like a spinning backflip from the top of that ship and get that star. Like I said, Luigi introduces a whole new world of possibilities for getting some of these stars. Like, he is so much fun to play with, it's not even funny. Anyways, we got one last star we can get here. It's like, look at how quickly these levels are going when, you know, you do red coins the way that I recommend doing them. Or, I'm sorry, 100 coin stars the way that I recommend. It makes getting these stars so much quicker, and it's like not even funny. Looks like we got another one of these right here. And my recommendation is get the underwater red coins in the stage first. I made this mistake both in my previous recording session and in my practice playthrough of saving the underwater coins for later. The star will pop up on top of the wrecked ship. And by the way, when the water drained in the first star in this level, it was supposed to be the ship rising up out of the water. So, you know, I always like me a pirate-themed level, but this is kind of a weak sauce pirate-themed level. I would have liked some enemies with pirate hats. I like pirates. Pirates are fun. It's one of the reasons why Donkey Kong Country 2 is one of my favorite video games, is because I love the pirate theme aesthetic of that game. Because pirates are fun, you know, and it brings a lot of musical possibilities. It almost makes me wish I hadn't already Let's Played DKC 2, because I could play that game any day, but you guys know that it's one of my all-time top for goats. Look at Luigi completely, like, Luigi doesn't have to fucking wait for the ship to tip to a particular section. He could just fucking jump up there. Maybe that's not what the original designers intended, but you know, the same devs remade this game and they seem to have been fine with it, so I don't care. But that's it for Jolly Roger Bay. So that means that next up, we've done everything we can do in the first tier of Super Mario 64, so what we're gonna go do next is we're gonna go fight 2 Bowser levels in a row. And I think we'll also, and here, I might as well show this off, just for once. But one thing that really annoys me about this, one of the few things that annoys me, is that only Mario can unlock these big doors.
Mario!
Mario, over here, help! If you try to open one of the later ones, then Bowser will like chat your ears off and be like, I don't have time to waste on you, give me Mario! And it's like I said, once you unlock Luigi, there's not really, unless if you're like a Mario 64, unless if you feel like this game should only be played with Mario or something like that, there is no real reason to play as him again, unless if you need to use the float power-up or the wing cap or something. Because otherwise, Luigi can do everything Mario can do, and he's better, so why wouldn't you want to play as him?
You've stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend. Watch your step.
And it hurts. That stings my throat, if you can believe it. But anyway, we're gonna use this power-up real quick to completely break the level design. Because who wants to... Those 2 red coins in the original were a real bitch to get. Because, like you can see, there's a fire thing right in front of it, and then you have to, like, press a switch and run over in time. It's just like, I don't want to play that. I'd so much rather use the P-balloon to not do it, you know what I'm saying? And I just barely missed him. And if you hit the wall, you bounce all around, so... And you can do a ground pound to exit the ability at any time, and... one thing I have noticed, just from practicing up and whatnot, and even just now, is that in the original Super Mario 64, if you could time your triple jump so that you execute it off of a ledge, that was actually a pro strat speedrunning tactic that a lot of people will tell you about. And that's not in this version of the game. Like, if you try to do a triple jump off of a slope, you'll just slide off, so... Yeah, so that's an example of something that someone who prefers the original might point to as being like a drawback of this remake. But thankfully, there's still plenty of speedrunning tactics that you could pull off in this game, like that one right there. That's still intact. Alright, I hate this part. I've died on here many times, so I'm gonna try to be careful. And I just barely missed that. Thankfully this isn't 100 coin, or I'd be even more upset with this. Much like the priests from Prince of Egypt, I'd be so upset! By the way, my brother and I used to call this level Bowser's Trap because he always would say, whenever you go into it,
You've stepped into my trap.
Let's see. Can I say how much better Bowser's current voice is than the old one? Like, he used to be like, hoorah! And he'd be like that, you know? You know, that's how he sounded in most of the games in the early 2000s. But the voice that he's had from Super Mario Galaxy and onward is like so much better. It's kind of interesting seeing them incorporate that voice into like the new Mario RPGs and Mario Party and stuff. Whereas he used to have like the hoorah voice, you know what I mean? The only problem with that is that I don't do a very good Super Mario Galaxy Bowser voice. And like I've shown off multiple times, it hurts my throat to try to do it. Even worse than Black Doom, honestly. And yes, it is interesting that Black Doom is indeed voiced by Goku. That being Sean Shamel is his name. And no, I'm not talking about the grandma that voices him in the Japanese sub. Like, that is one of those things that I just genuinely do not understand. It's like, I'm always gonna watch dubs anyway, just because I'd much rather watch anime in a language I can understand. You know what I mean? Rather than reading it. Because, like, especially if I'm trying to, like, entertain myself. Oh, come on. Alright, folks, I'm going to... I just realized I forgot to set the timer anyway. We'll say 10 more minutes. I haven't been keeping track, so we'll say 10 more minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and pause that timer for now, and we are gonna cut to when I can get all these fucking red coins. Alright, and we're back. So I've got 7 of those coins, and we're gonna go grab 2 stars in one fell swoop, ladies and gentlemen, because they happen to be right next to each other. As you can see, there's that guy right over there. That's a new star that's only in this version of the game, by the way, is they added that to the remake, because obviously there were no switch stars in the original. And all you have to do for that is press the switch up by the pipe and then quickly hop your way over there, so there's a little mechanical challenge. Then there's the 8th coin, and then a star will pop up next to the pipe. So you can get both. Unlike the other boss stages, you can indeed get all of the Bowser stage stars without the other characters, so that's kind of an interesting point to mention. But it's like I was saying, I really don't understand the appeal of, I think her name is Misaka Nozawa, or Misako Nozawa? I don't remember what her name is exactly, but she's like some elderly Japanese seiyuu who voices Goku in the sub.
Tough luck. Looks like Princess Toadstool isn't here. Go ahead, just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you could never throw me out by tickling the touchscreen. Never.
I can do the laugh okay, but like I said, the rest of it hurts my throat. Alright, so the fighting Bowser is much easier in this version for one reason. You have the map now, so you can, and the ball spikes are marked in the map, so all you have to do is wait for the arrow to be pointing at the thing. And even then, you have to time it just right. I never liked fighting Bowser in Mario 64. Like, there are times where I can get a feel for the timing of when you're supposed to throw him, but it's just not a fun boss to fight, and he only takes 1 hit. And you have to, like, keep running around him to grab him, and it's just, like, it's so much easier to just cheese him, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can pretty much get him right up next on the ledge and then throw him that way. And it's just like, why would I want to try to throw him from the center when I can just cheese him this way? Until the final boss where they force you to do that. And it's like, there I go, we already beat Bowser, so that's all there is to him.
I was a bit careless. This is not what I had planned. But I still hold the power of the stars, and I still have Peach. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not done with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later.
Damn, that hurts my throat. I don't know how, I think the current voice actor's name is Kenny James. I don't know how he does it. Granted, he doesn't have to voice, like, full lines of dialogue, he just laughs and stuff and says gibberish. But still, damn, that hurts my throat. A lot. I don't know, but what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna go ahead and play the second Bowser stage right now, because why not? And the reason that we're gonna do that is so that we can, God, I can barely talk after voicing Bowser, like I'm losing my voice. Is, like I said, Mario's the only one who can open these big star doors, so don't try it with anyone else or they'll just send you packing back to the character switch room. But yeah, so here we have, this is the other water level I was talking about earlier, that being Dire Dire Docks. And now that we've opened the door, anybody can go through it, so that just makes having to open it as Mario all the more redundant. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's like, once you open it and unlock it as Mario, anyone can go through it, except for the final boss door. You have to fight the final boss as Mario, that's like the only stipulation. But I want to unlock Wario before we play the basement levels, because those are the levels where he is the most useful. So we are going to go fight the second Bowser and wrap that up so that we can worry about the basement levels with Wario later. Except Dire Dire Docks, we're going to do that with Luigi because nobody wants to swim around slowly as Wario. So, I don't know, maybe I can just go ahead and finish Dire Dire Docks as Luigi. There is one star here that we need Wario to get, like you can see that there are those brick blocks, but I don't know. So as you can see, they added some enemies to this top area, and they each drop 3 coins a pop. Like I said in a previous episode, Dire Dire Docks used to be by far the hardest level to get 100 coins in, because there were just barely enough. I think there are technically 106 coins, but not all of those are available all the time, at least in the original version when Luigi is not an option. You'll see how quickly Luigi can break this level with his fucking jumps. If I can fucking get on top of the stupid water spider. Man, he's got a very unforgiving hitbox, I'll say that much. There's also a shark down there, but he's not very threatening. He doesn't chase you or anything. It's not like Mr. Nibbles from Treasure Trove Cove or whatever his name was. Alright, we're gonna jump from the ledge here. There we go. You know, and I've been replaying Galaxy 2 recently, for the Inverse Cast episode where we're going to be talking about that. And I guess I realized that in terms of the Galaxy 1 and 2 control scheme, that trying to jump out of the water is harder than it should be for some reason. Why am I sliding down this tiny slope? I tried earlier and you can't backflip off of those either, which is really strange. As you can see, we've already got a nice buffer of coins already, and we haven't even really gotten into the stage proper yet. Alright, come on, get him! Get the fucking spider. Jesus. Shouldn't be that hard, Luigi. Alright, so now we have 10 coins. And because Luigi can swim faster, he's much better at getting away from that whirlwind down there. Let's see, and then we got a whole bunch of coins down here. I'm pretty sure there's more coins over here. So yeah, so Luigi is definitely the character you want. And I'd say that Dire Dire Docks is in my bottom 3 Mario 64 stages for one simple reason. And that reason is, as we already know, when you get a star, you get kicked out of the stage arbitrarily, because that's just what the designers decided to do, either to pad the game out to longer than it needed to be, or for some other reason I can't fathom. And that means that you always will spawn at the top of this area right here, but many of the stars will be, like as you can see from the map down there, or that there is a second area that is shaped like a boat later on, and many of the stars are going to be in that area, so that means that every time you spawn into this level, you have to swim through this passageway that connects them. It's so tedious to have to do that, and it just really makes you wonder why you can't just get all the stars in one go. I really don't understand that. Like with Galaxy and Sunshine, they changed the level. Like there are certain parts of Honey Hive Galaxy that you cannot access from the first star you can pick on the list. So it makes sense to have to keep coming back to it. Like at least there it's like I'm going to a different part of the stage now. But with Super Mario 64, there's not a whole lot of that going on. It's just, so the fact that you get kicked out seems completely arbitrary, and when you couple that with level design like this, or tick-tock clock, like the later parts of this game can get really insufferable, and it's one of the reasons why I would much rather replay Super Mario Sunshine to 100% than this. Because it's like I said, I do know where all the blue coins are, I do know how to get them quickly. So that doesn't bother me so much. That's not a factor for me. But what is a factor and what will never change in Super Mario 64, no matter how many times you play it, is that they will force you to swim through this channel in Dire Dire Docks a billion times to get a decent number of stars out of this stage. And it's like, that doesn't matter if you're not going for 100%. Like, if you're my brother, you'll probably have figured out an exact 70 stars to grab that'll get you to the final Bowser, to let you skip stuff like this in Tick-Tock Clock, but it's like, you know, if you're doing 100%, no, you have to play this, and it's not fun, and it's annoying. But thankfully, Luigi does make it slightly better because he can swim faster. So if I'm gonna have to keep swimming through this channel over and over again, and you know, later on, obviously, we're not gonna have to grab all these coins, but if I can skip this and make this slightly easier for myself, yeah, you're right, I'm gonna go do that. And Luigi makes it possible to get 100 coins right from the get-go. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure that this ring of coins was not here in the original stage. If I'm wrong, you don't have to kill me in the comments. I'm just speaking from the top of my head right now. And also, there's some coins over here by that giant door. And the way that this giant door works... I had to go turn off my alarm real quick, and we'll keep going till we get the stars here. As you can see that there's this line of coins right here, and if you get too close to that, after you've beat this first star with the Bowser sub, then you'll find that door will open, and it will take you back to the moat in front of the castle. So if you're trying to get those 5 coins at any other point in the stage, like later on, then you will get kicked out of the stage because of that. And when you're going for 100 coins and you have to get 100 in one fell swoop, that can be really frustrating and irritating when that happens. So, yeah. Just another reason why to do this now. Now, some people might say, well, we can't get up to those red coins and stuff because, you know, the little poles on the ceiling aren't there, but remember, we could play as Luigi now, and Luigi's spinning backflip completely breaks this. You can get the red coin star right now if you want. I'm not going to bother with that, because, I don't really need to get all those red coins to get 100 coins, but you could save that for later, I guess. And I think there is one star that we need Wario to get. But you can see it's... Now we can use Luigi's backflip to get over here and grab these blue coins. And that's another, I think, 30 coins right there. And here we go. We've already got the 100 coin star right off the bat. And now we don't have to do it later. And now we can couple it with the Bowser sub one and get that. And just because I feel like it, I'll get these blue coins. And then we just long jump over. Just barely didn't make that. Now we can go ahead and finish off the stage, and then now we're all set. I guess I can. Maybe I can backflip up there. Sure enough, I can. Luigi's backflip can do anything, guys. Anything you set your mind to, and it's like, that to me is just one of the reasons why I prefer Super Mario 64 DS, is because playing as Luigi is so much fun. But I digress. We'll go ahead and finish off Dire Dire Docks and fight Bowser in the next part. So until then, I'm X and I'll see you guys next time.